want to start this video with a question. Are some demons stronger than the others? Because usually when we talk about demons, we seem to think of them as being on a generic level. You know, they all have the same status. But in the Bible, we see that this is not the truth. And I will tell you why. If you go to Mark 9:29. So Mark chapter 9 verse 29. And he said to them, this can come forth by nothing but prayer and fasting. By nothing, meaning medical science, all these tablets that people taking for all these mental illnesses. And usually, in fact, studies has proven that all these shrinks and psychiatrists who are giving tablets and drugs, medication for people who are severely mentally ill, all it's done is docile them, is never restored their minds fully. And Mark, if I must do a separate video to that, and Mark 9:29 actually says this kind can come forth by nothing but prayer and fasting. Now notice the two components, prayer and fasting. So if you like, in another section, when the disciple says to Jesus, how is it that we went out and we couldn't do it? We couldn't cast out the demons. We used your name. And that's when Jesus says that this type of demonic powers, the deception, you got three levels. You got demons who come as an angel of light. You know, they come harmless. They'll even teach you. They'll even come to your church and wear a collar. And teach you, but heresy, and they teach you spiritualism rather than the gospel. Then you have the other side of demons who are violent and aggressive, and another one who are dangerous. So you have different levels. But to be honest, I think the most dangerous demons are the ones who come as an angel of light. They come into the church, they preach, but what they do, they take you away from the gospel and they bring in some demonic heresy, demonic teachings, you know, and the Bible is packed with verses on false teachers and false prophets. They are dangerous because they look like you, but they're not you. They sound gospel-like, but they're not. They're teaching a false gospel. But however, if you're, let's use an analogy, if you're in a fog and you cannot see your way out, and you're thinking, what's happening? This fog is thick. You're going to have to use whatever resources to, if your car or whatever vehicle you're using, and the light is not penetrating it, it means you need something stronger, because your car light is, for some reason, the fog light is not fit enough for that kind of thick fog. It's the same thing with spiritual life. It's the same thing with the spiritual world. When you pray and your prayers are not breaking strongholds, break, as in Ephesians 6, you can guarantee it's because you need to do the next level. And the next level is fasting. This is the only way you're going to break strongholds is through fasting. If you look at the way the world is now, demonic possession and demonic teachings, and schools now, bringing in satanic curriculum. And it's almost as if the whole world is becoming satanic. There's no Christian revival. Why not? Where are the churches? I did a video saying that we have the power. The Bible tells us that God has given us the weapons to stop this satanic growth that's taking place in America and Britain. God has given us the power and the weapons, but we don't know how to use them because the church are not teaching us how to fast. And I don't mean just abstaining from food, I mean fast spiritually. When you're fasting, you have to know what you want to break loose. It's not just like, I want to eat today, and I say a bit of prayer. Fasting is like going into a battle. Fasting is like you're saying, right, I'm ready to fight. That's fasting. And then prayer is to say, right, this is the final bullet that will destroy the demonic powers. The two operate as one, and they're vital and important. But the church won't teach that because they've now become a charity, and they don't want to offend the government. They don't want to offend Rome. They don't want to offend Caesar because they get tax breaks. So they're not going to teach you this. The power of prayer and fasting. Prayer alone cannot bring down demonic powers. The Bible says that you need to fast. Those kind of demons, you have to use fasting and prayer. Hence why the disciples thought, wow, this is a new thing. We went out and did this in your name and nothing happened. Yeah, because Jesus says you are praying into the spiritual realm. You are fasting into the spiritual. When you fast, it's like going into a battle. You must know what you're doing and why you're doing it. It's not just saying, I'm gonna, you get these people who do bets. They're gonna fast for 40 days. They don't understand, because these people are fasting for 40 days. If their fasting is so supernatural, when you come out of it, you should be empowered. You should be able to say to the blind, open your eyes, and the deaf to hear. But they come at the fasting and they still not do anything right. So something is wrong. Your motives are wrong. When you fast, I've fasted in my life, and all the time I've had answers. All the time, usually because I was being demonically attacked, etc., which my book goes into. Then I would be demonically attacked, etc., some serious spiritual warfare, and I had to fast. And I fasted 3 days and 3 nights, and on the 3rd night I was beaten up by demons. Beaten up. But I had my answer. You know why? Because I had to go to a battle. So I prayed and I fasted, I read my Bible, went into a battle. But the church won't teach you that anymore. They don't even know the power of fasting. They don't even know what it means anymore. This stuff is just rooted. The Bible says, what did God say? This? It's like ritual. It's like ritual. They don't even know what they're doing anymore. Okay, the church, let's have a fast today. and they haven't broken any strongholds. Look how dirty the world is. Look how filthy the world is. Look how blasphemous the world is. You can go around and say you love Satan and tell your children that Satan is cool. You know, something is wrong with Christianity today. Something is seriously wrong. Where's the Christian Reformation? Where's the Christian revival? You know, when you start to look at it like that, you begin to realize that, you know something, they're on the wrong path. They've compromised. And when you compromise, you're not going to lose power. Oh, my microphone's working. My microphone. Oh, move the microphone away. Right? I picked up okay. When you compromise, you're not going to break. You're not going to break down any powers. You're not going to lose any strongholds. You're not going to. You got to go there with sincerity of heart and intention. And this is the difference between lame fasting and spiritual fasting. The way the world is now is because we haven't broke down strongholds. We've sat back, wanted to become rich and prosperous. You know, we sat back, wanted the blessings. And while we waited for the blessings, the whole world has become satanic. Because we're waiting to drive a Ferrari like Joel Austin and T.D. Jakes. We're waiting to live in a mansion. And while we're doing that, the whole world is becoming satanic. I hope you enjoy this video. There's many more on this subject. Thank you.